Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our story.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace and blessings. Hold on a second. I hope all is well with everybody. Let me get this right. You know what I'm saying? I can't have this looking like whatever, you know what I mean? How's everybody feeling this morning? It's good to be back. Man, I hope your weekend has started off pretty sweet. I know there's something going on with these apps today. Twitter, it's like posting and stuff like that is acting real weird. There's a lot of glitching. It's hard to see posts and respond to stuff. I'm getting a lot of errors, and I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, if you having technical difficulties on X, let me know. Cause I don't, yeah, it's been like that since I got up this morning. I do hope and pray that all is well with everyone in attendance. Let me bring this up. We got some things to discuss. Later show is going to be a little different. If you're following me, you already know what it's about or what it's about to be about. This right here, I wanted to shift it a little bit. Now, I'm not a big fan of the sport anymore, but I was raised on it. Shout out to my writers, my poets, my content creators. Mad love to you. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm waiting on my partner to pull up. Top 10 greatest wrestling intros ever I had to sit with this for a little bit. It's come across my desk before. I just never put a category together for it. I don't know if we have any wrestling fans, former or present here. But if we do, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm working on Cryptic Creeds Paranormal right now. I believe I will drop that on Wednesday. More likely on Wednesday. I haven't really given a concrete decision yet, but I miss doing it. So I'll absolutely be bringing that back real soon, real soon. If anybody is interested in sharing their stories, do you have any paranormal activity stories that you want to, put out there for the people? I advocate for it. I enjoy these testimonies. Hit me up, email me, send me a message, DM. Let's work. Let's make something happen. I'm also trying to get back into doing interviews, promotions, things of that nature. So definitely hit me up. We'll make something happen. I'm all about building, networking, getting people better looks, because if we're not looking out for each other, nobody else is going to, pretty much. That's pretty much that. We're gonna kind of bullshit a little bit. I don't want to give my list out yet. Not yet. It's gonna be a mixture for me. It's gonna be a combination of women and a combination of men. I don't have a specific group for different genders. All of them are going to be tied into one to keep it fair and neutral as far as I'm concerned. Some of these names you probably know, some of them don't. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I asked the people. I did get a few responses for it. A few, not a lot. I'm going to read those off because I thought these were interesting. Let me pull this up. These apps are really like acting retarded right now. A bunch of glitches, a bunch of errors, a bunch of we can't process this, come back later, try again later. I don't know what the hell that is, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up this list that was given on Threads. She named her top 10. So I want to give her a shout out real quick. Give me a solid. Let's see. Not here. Looking. I gotta scroll this much. Hold on. It's a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, I think this is the one right here. So Jenny gave me her top 10. She named Undertaker, Kane, The Rock, The Godfather, NWO, Booker T, Ultimate Warrior, Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, Ravishing Rick Rude, Jake the Snake, Junkyard Dog, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, and the Bushwhackers. That's a nice little lineup. Nice little lineup. She named a couple of people that I wasn't even thinking about. The Bushwhackers are legends. Junkyard Dog, damn, she took it all the way back. Shit, I'm not mad at you. Now, out of this list, right, The Godfather, I ain't mad at him. The Ultimate Warrior, I think I was gonna put him on mine too. The Bushwhackers, they're not on mine, but I ain't mad at it. This shit is crazy. I'm not mad at the I'm not mad at your list. I'm not mad at your list at all. Hold on a second. Hold on. My bad. My apologies. Ted DiBiase has to go down in history. It is one of those guys, man, that made like money a thing in WWF back when Stone Cold wasn't even Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? I only wish his son would have done more with his career. Like, this shit is crazy, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. For whatever reason, this food is having an issue with getting on here, man. It's not that complicated. I'm trying to pull them up so we can get this shit officially done. What was I about to say? Yeah, I'm get all right. Yeah, you need to get your shit in order, man. You need to figure your shit out, because the same link that I just sent you is the same link that I sent you before. So I don't know why you had an issue getting on in the first place.
I got receipts, sir. But how you doing this morning? I got receipts.
I don't care about the receipts.
So
I'm good.
if you want receipts, I can present them for you. If you need to see it.
I don't care about the receipts.
So
The link is the same link as before.
okay, I understand, but what we're not going to do is jump to conclusions because we do different
No,
streams.
no, we
Every time,
no, we about to do all that. We doing all that.
this is a new episode. How y'all doing, folks? That's what we do.
I just read off a lady's list. She gave me her list of her own.
Hmm.
That's pretty much what I did. I didn't say nothing about mine yet. I just gave hers.
What's her name? Like, what's her list?
So Jenny Lynn said, and this is how her order is: Undertaker, Kane, The Rock, The Godfather, NWO, China Eddie, Booker T, Ultimate Warrior, $1 Million Man, Rick Rude, Jake the Snake, Junkyard Dog, Macho Man, Hogan.
That's more than 10, though.
Well, I'm just giving you the names that she gave me: Hogan and Bushwhackers.
I like the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhackers had a nice entrance, bro. They sure did. Do you remember the finishing move they had?
Vaguely.
It was called the Battling Ram, man. It was a unique finishing move that tag teams do, and I don't think it was ever imitated again. I think maybe the Headbangers probably imitated them with that move, but that was the closest. That was the closest since they did it.
Yeah, most likely that. I ain't mad at the names she got on here though.
Oh no, I can't. All of them deserve flowers.
To be honest, I at least 3 of these are on my list. At least 3. And I haven't even got.
I'm gonna have to say the same. I heard some names on there, so yeah, I would have to lean towards that too.
What makes a great entrance?
Like, are you telling me or you asking me?
I wasn't telling you. I was asking.
Oh, well, to me, what makes a great entrance to me is uh captivating. You got to be captivating, man. You gotta be able to draw the eyes on you when you come through that curtain. I think that's to me that's called aura. Like you got to have that ability to put eyes on the product. That's a to me that's a great entrance. If you can do that, if you can build in anticipation with the audience and you got eyes on you and your song and everything is captivating. Not only that, we got today's superstars. The audience be singing their songs and stuff. So it's it's pretty much a connection. That's how you make a connection before you get to the ring. If you can get that connection with the audience before you get into the ring, you a big deal. You're a big deal. I mean, they're paying attention to you from the time you come out all the way to you get in there anticipating everything before you actually do the match. That's being captivating. You got the attention. You hold their attention.
All right, I'm just checking.
What about you? What's the interest to you? What's a great one to you?
What makes a great entrance to me? For starters, music, the music selection, the ring attire, the character, whether or not the character is already believable and has already garnered, like without the character and the gimmick, the entrance really doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned. I've seen a number of wrestlers who had like some great music, but the character didn't measure up to the level of the music. So it was like I get like Emelina. I thought Emelina was going to be like a three-time
Emma? You mean Emma?
Emma, but she switched it up to Emelina when she came back.
Ain't that's the one who got caught stealing and they let back?
That's the one that got caught stealing and came back.
And they let her back, right? So
my point is she had a nice little setup and everything. I thought she was going to be on her shit, and that wasn't the case. Shit, Ricochet was another one. I can name Dolph Ziggler was another one. There's a lot of people who had like this exciting intro. I'm prepared to go out here and put on a show type of music, and then like it never really measured up. So your gimmick, your ring attire, you don't have to have pyrotechnics. That's a plus, but you don't have to have it. And I think that's pretty much it.
Well, that's a great point. Let me say that that's a great point. Your gimmick does have everything to do with that, and it has to match up to what you're selling to the audience, the viewers. That's the main ingredient is the viewers. If they buy it, then it's gonna pump. And you have the captivation. It has to be like an attraction to your interest too. So yeah, your gimmick is very important. And then, because sometimes you can have a song selection and your gimmick. It's been superstars who come out there. Their gimmick didn't match the song. Like it got to be a combination of both for it to work because a real watcher would catch that. Like that they don't get it. It's like a vibe you get. I don't think they're going to be what it says in the song, and it got to match up. So yeah, I think that's a great point about the gimmick.
You know what I wish I could have done? I wish I could think of a lot, at least two, because they did a show on this before. Awful as entrance music and entrances that people had before, and they had to swap them out for something else. I wish I could remember any of them right now. Like my mind's a blank on that shit. There's been some horrible ones. I think the Rock. I think the Rock had one that was trash, and he switched it out. I think it was the Rock, and it was like two other people. I just can't remember that name. They had some awful ass music, and they switched it because like that shit didn't match up to who they was at all. So
it makes the superstar reshuffle, and then they got to go back into the drawing room and come up with something else because they can try stuff, but if it's not drawing in that audience, drawing in that attention, that eye, they go off the reaction of the crowd. That's what it's based off of. If you're doing it right, if you're not doing it right, do they react to you? Do the audience react to your song when it's played? Um, Pyro, I think Pyro got a lot to do with emphasis. Um, all of that make you pay attention to who's coming out there. Is letting the audience know that this person right here that we're seeing on camera is a big deal, and we need to pay attention to them all the way till they get in that ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna do my top. I'm gonna start my list off. Let me see.
And I mean, with these top tens though, the way it normally play out, we can do any subject. But the normal way it play out is that somebody's gonna be left off the list. It's no different than if we just go a cutthroat with the Mount Rushmore. You can you can easily take somebody off, easily put somebody in. That's the way these lists break down.
Yeah, there's. I know mine's for sure is interchangeable, but this is my list, so nobody should feel offended or don't come to me after the stream in comment sections or phone calls or messages complaining about my list ain't your list. So yeah, you like who you like, I like who I like. That's just what it is with that. But um I'm not gonna give y'all an order. I'm not
Could
chronically
you
putting them
could
in
could
one.
you try? Could you try?
I don't see the need to.
I just feel like when we doing these, it's because see, like I feel like it's a need because what you just said. You said you could easily take somebody out and put somebody in. So it really doesn't matter about that. But I'm just saying that you do the rank, from what you like, because it's based off what you like. These interests.
You want to rank. Why? Why do you want to rank so much?
Well, to break it down to you, because we're doing the top 10. The reason why I want the rank over others is because the truth is that we can talk about a lot of people like Miss Lady just broke her list down, and I bet if she was on here, she can tell you that some of those superstars she like their interests more than others, and you should be no different than that.
So you want a ranking so you can pretty much challenge my list. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's an opinion. Um, it's just an opinion. You might like somebody's interests better than me, better than mine. I might don't. Your number one can be my number three. It don't matter, but it's still in the. You know what I'm saying? It's still in the rank.
Mm,
And you're going to leave somebody off. So hey,
I'm not going. I,
either way you slice it.
I'm gonna give you my top five. The rest of them are not going to be in no chronological order.
I can respect that. If you're gonna do five, we you gonna start from five or one?
I'm gonna start from
Five and up.
I'm gonna start from one down.
Go 5 and up. I want to hear who your number one last. Go
No,
ahead.
no. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do 1 to 5. Just so there's no confusion. Um, Undertaker. No matter of fact, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks. The old Sasha Banks, not this new shit that she's doing. I'm talking about the
Oh
one.
no, sir. She don't even have that name no more. So it only can be
Well,
recognized through that.
I'm going. I'm going off of who I remember her for, not who she is now.
Cause she got two different names and her gimmick kind of slightly changed a little bit. Uh, okay. So that's yours. So when we do some honorable mentions, some people that you know that almost made the cut.
Why don't you give me your 5 first, and then we do that?
You want my 5 now?
I gave you mine. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Uh, all right. Okay. Being as though as it may that you made your list and I can see by the way you did your list that it is who we like. It is who we like. So we're gonna roll like this. I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. At 5, I'm gonna roll with give me Roman Reigns. I'll take Roman Reigns at 5.
Salutes to Robert Brown.
Salutes. Give me Roman.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna go because he had a few gimmicks. I'm gonna go to the latest one. I'm gonna go with the OTC, the one he came back with last year. I think that was the straight up aura how he came out. I think it was captivating. I think his entrance was it was anticipating. It was like the audience was like anticipating him coming back. They was like starving for his entrance again. So I'll put Roman there. Um, Trying to think of an okay. Well, I'm gonna leave them in my top. They're gonna be in my top 5. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with The Rock. Then I'll go with Shawn Michaels. And then I'm gonna go with Stone Cold. And then I'm gonna close it with The Undertaker. I think Undertaker is the greatest. He got the greatest entrance ever. It's slow. It's uh, it blends in with the characters, everything that we described before we started doing these lists. Undertaker is the best example of that. He is. He's the measuring stick of interest.
To answer your question, he wants to know if we review AEW. So I'm not an AEW person per se. He probably knows more about it than I do. But if that's something that you want to see, we can make that happen too. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a big thing.
But I'll say for the AEW, it's a lot of new people coming out. They trying to get more talent over there, but they're using household names like he mentioned, the Sasha Banks, her name Mercedes over there, Monet. Those they use the talent from WWE to introduce new people. So if they keep that up, it'll be more household names over there at AEW. They got a few, but they don't have enough.
Now I heard, and I believe you told me that Vince McMahon was working with AEW now.
I know he was in talks of taking over that company, so that's something that's in the makes. And I believe if that happens, I'm assuming because he created WWE that he'll go ahead and bridge it and merge it together, and they'll be under one household, one roof.
That's a conversation we're going to have too at some point.
The merge. It's gonna be a merge. If he get the control, I believe he's gonna merge it similar to the invasion with the WCW back in 01.
Right. See, here's the thing. Like when I started watching AEW, I never consistently stayed with it. So for me, I lost out on years of what they were building. I know they have people from WWE over there, but I don't know how well they're doing, if they're excelling or if they're falling. I haven't really watched wrestling in like 2.5 years. So like this list is just purely off of what I remember growing up and a nostalgic feeling for me. So at Robert, if you got a top 10 entrance list, it don't really matter if it's from one company. It could be a combination for real. I'd love to know what yours is too. We just named our top 5. You said something about honorable mentions.
Yeah, some honorable mentions. What entrances back in the day or currently, whenever you stopped watching, that was that you can remember. I got one on the top of my head. I like what was that? What was that name of that guy?
How you say you had it off the top of your head and you don't remember?
I know it it slipped. It slipped. But man, it's some great entrances out there. There's some great entrances out there, man. But which one? So you come back to me. Which one did you have in mind? Sir?
Oh, I can give you a whole bunch of them. It ain't gonna take me hard to think about it. Test, AJ Lee, the Boogie.
Test had a great entrance.
Test is an honorable mention. You said honorable mention.
So he got an elite entrance though.
When you say honorable mention, are you saying, let's clear the air. When you say honorable mention, are you talking about people who could swap out for someone that's already on the top 5? Is that what you're saying, or are you saying just
Yeah, when we talking interest, it's a competitive game with the interest. Because I can name somebody too that was in that era with Tess, and his interest is probably would dominate Tess' interest. And I'm gonna say it right now. His name Gangrel. Tess' interest wasn't messing with Gangrel. Gangrel had a hell of an interest. The way his interest was and his gimmick, he should have racked off about at least 2 or 3 chips before Edge. That interest was nice, and the people was quiet. They anticipated it and all that. So yeah, if we just talking interests, yeah, Gangrel.
I ain't gonna hold you. Gangrel interest was like that. It was.
I knew it'd come back to me.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot all about Gangrel.
Hmm.
Shit. Ultimate Warrior, Papa Shango. Um, Matter of fact, Mark Henry, the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry.
All the pain, not the fuck, because you gotta think, because them gimmick changes, those gimmicks, like the way they start out is not how they ended up. So the gimmicks change and make the wrestler when you change those gimmicks. Because Doctor Thugonomics, was not the same as my time. So it's two different scenes.
You right about Test. See, when I said Test, I thought we were just bringing or giving flowers out to people, but he's referring to a different type of field for interest. So nah, I wouldn't put him up there.
Yeah, when you see when you talk these interests, I mean you got some interests, but like you mentioned, the Ultimate Warrior, um, Goldberg, somebody like that. Like the fans kind of gravitate on certain people, and I do interests like that. Like if a certain interest can get a wrestler over. Um, I think an interest can sell a wrestler to the audience better than his in ring work. They in ring work when they get in there. It had the audience believing that this motherfucker right here can kill the.
Yo, to Robert's point, Mark Henry had some horrible ass interests, bro. Like they did him dirty for a long time. When he finally did the Hall of Pain, I wanted him to have a solid 2 year run. I just wanted him to just run through everybody. That 3-6 Mafia track, that was the one for him. And like, if this was a category specifically for black interests, that one would definitely be on my number 1 list. I think Booker T would probably be number 2.
Booker T was an entertainer, like, and he had Pyro. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
5 times. Booker T had a nice interest, dude. That was dope. It was intense, and he came out there, and that character was believable. Interest sells the gimmick of the wrestler. That's what it does.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I don't know my feelings about it, but I've said it and I've voiced it a lot. They
Should
did.
have put the title. Should have put the world title on who?
You talking about Mark Henry?
Oh, at the Royal Rumble. Oh, 06. Yeah, that was probably his breakthrough. That's when he probably should have had it. Um, What's somebody else that had a great interest? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and throw him out there. He was a curtain jerker. He was probably somebody that should have been more promising. You know, kind of like he came up kind of like behind Gangrel, and I'm gonna say Boogeyman. Boogeyman had a dope entrance.
I named them. I did.
Boogeyman had a great entrance coming out with the worms and the smoke. Yeah, his entrance was nice. It was fire. The Godfather had a nice entrance. The fans was all they was hyped when Godfather came out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Val.
that's the thing. Val Venus had a good entrance.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah, people was behind Val, man. When Val came out, people showed love to Val for sure. I
Did you
can't say
know?
I can't say the same thing about Steve Blackman though. Somebody like him, like you see the feel. Val Venus come out his entrance, and then you hear Steve Blackman,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because Ken Shamrock had a little more vibe with him.
I was just thinking Ken Shamrock, Chris Benoit,
Yeah, Kurt Angle,
Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar.
Y2J.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
those are on my actual like on my 6 and below list right there.
Yeah, Y2J. Yeah, we get to it.
Matter of fact,
China, the ninth wonder.
don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Yeah. Damn.
Macho Man with the finger. Come on, man. Everybody got on the team.
Yeah.
Cream of the crop.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, man.
Jake Roberts, Jake the Snake. Give him props up. Rowdy Piper. Hot Rod.
Appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate it.
Dom DeMarco.
Just so you know, like see and Shinsuke Nakamura is underrated. I fucked with his intro.
His interest is one of the best in the game.
What's my man name? Finn Balor.
Great entrance.
AJ Styles. When AJ Styles made his debut over at I ain't even know who he was like that until he popped up at the drink. I was like, damn, all right, let's get it.
Chris Stratus. Stop.
Yeah.
Dope. That's a dope entrance. Chris Stratus. Melina. Macho Man was a G. He was a straight up G. And they could have gave him a couple more titles too, because he was that good.
They did Shinsuke wrong, man.
Yeah, but like me and him talk about on here, and when we talk about pushes, I think, and stuff like that. Shinsuke's entrance doesn't match his personality. That's why he don't get the push. If his entrance was like now, his in ring work is great, but his connection, he'll be monstrous. Macho Man had everything. Macho Man had it all. He had the mic. Shinsuke didn't have that. He had the entrance. Shinsuke got that. He got the in ring. He had the in ring ability. Shinsuke got that. He got in ring work. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to. All that got to come together.
No, see, I disagree with that because what's my girl name? Not EO, but the other one,
Oscar.
She can't speak English word for damn, and they put the title on her. So You telling me she can get the title, but he can't get it. And then on top of that, you gave the title to Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal was a fucking jobber for years. Nobody gave a fuck about no Jinder Mahal. Then out of nowhere, he just whooping.
But he won the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke did win the Royal Rumble. He went in there and he had a WrestleMania main spot with AJ Styles. He lost. That was his moment, but they did give him a Royal Rumble win. Now Oscar, on the other hand, you got a point there. She did get the belt, but how long did she keep it? Because she was in the same spot as Shinsuke, and she lost to Charlotte that night. He got the belt right off her. Sometimes outside of what just happened with EO with that triple threat, they use them as placeholders as like a handover champion type. Jinder Mahal, he ain't never win it again. The only reason why Jinder Mahal won it is because of where they was in Saudi Arabia or something. It was in this country. They was trying to promote that the show they was doing. They ain't ever trust Jinder Mahal to carry the title for about 5-6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good on that. Don't tell me. My whole point is, don't tell me you couldn't have did that for Shinsuke. Matter of fact, Cesaro should have been a champion. He speaks.
AEW.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
he should have been Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
We got a lot of them. He's just one of the many that's on the list.
Let's get to our last five though, because we named a few people, but I don't want to forget to get the rest of my list off. So, who's your remaining five?
My remaining five. Okay, I think I had Reigns at 5. I'm gonna go. Randy Orton. Randy Orton. But I know voices is nice, but I like the burn and the light. I like his young when he was younger, his younger entrance. So I'll go with Randy Orton. I'm gonna go with Triple H. My time, not the King of Kings, but I like the My Time. I like where we at? That's 6 or 7. I gotta give them their flowers. I'm giving the Legion of Doom, LOD, entrance was monumental. When they came out, wherever they came out at, the crowd knew was good, and they held that aura from the 80s all the way through the 90s. That's aura, people. LOD, the Road Warriors had aura. They got to be on my list, my top 10. Yeah, that. Let's see who else we got. Give me Y2J. Break the walls down. We had, I think we had two more.
I think I got one more.
See, I said Randy. I said Trips.
Yeah.
I said LOD.
Mm-hmm. Jericho.
And I said Jericho. So I'm at one more. Um, I gotta go. I gotta put them on there. I gotta put them on there. This entrance was influential. This is one of the most influential entrances in not just WWE history, wrestling history, and I'm gonna say in the Attitude Era is one of the top 2 or 3 songs in the Attitude Era, and that's D Generation X. Give me DX. Break it down. Got to put them on there. They deserve their flowers.
All right, all right. I ain't mad at that.
Where
Uh,
you at?
let's do this. I'm going to say Kane,
That was dope. Pyro.
the Ministry of Darkness, Brock Lesnar, damn. I'm torn with this. Do I want to go old? AJ Styles,
Put AJ Styles on there.
and Batista.
Good one.
Yeah.
Batista had a great entrance. He did. And Pyro. Yeah, that's a good one. So you can't really go wrong with these lists. It's just a matter of opinion. You know what I'm saying? All of their entrances was dope. Um, I like that Brood though. That Brood we ain't even get the Hardy Boys they flowers. The Dudley Boys we missed a lot.
Uh huh.
The APA like it's some nice entrances out there. With Edge and Christian,
You think you know me? Know me? Know me.
yeah, like yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, but I put them on there. We ain't put the Warrior on there either. Austin Warrior. I think we mentioned him though. We gave him his
Yeah,
flowers.
yeah, he was an honorable mention.
Yeah, we mentioned the Warrior.
I know I'm gonna end up thinking about somebody later on, and it's gonna be like, damn, I forgot.
But you pick the Ministry of Darkness as like a like a whole group though.
No, the entrance was like that. The entrance was like that.
It was still like Undertaker nostalgia.
I mean, well, if that's the case, then the Edge and Christian, the Brood thing, that's all under the same umbrella too.
It is.
We just
Gangrel brung Asian Christian over to his side and they did that entrance.
I'm just going off of intros. I'm not going off of stables and all that other stuff. That's an entirely different conversation.
All right, so let's ask this question. You made your list. I made my list, right? But let's ask this question to whoever, know the history of wrestling or like they got their favorite intros or whatever. Which superstar that we name, or maybe they not even in our list, that has the best aura when they come out? because you gotta count pop. I mean, the crowd get loud, the audience is anticipating it, all that. We didn't get Ric Flair his flowers.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody can't make it.
we didn't even say Bret Hart.
Yeah, Hot Foundation. Yep. Rob Van Dam. Gotta throw his name on it. That was a hell of an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
RVD had a nice entrance.
Yeah.
The whole damn show, right?
R.I.P. to Sabu.
Yeah, rest easy. Rest easy, Sabu. Yep, suicidal. Homicidal. ECW great.
CM Punk ain't get mentioned.
Oh Lord, yeah, that was
I know. Yeah.
yeah, that was a hit too. Seth Rollins,
Seth, Cody, Becky Lynch.
Charlotte Flair.
See,
We gotta do a women's list.
I put a woman on my list though.
Yeah, but it's not fair to the other ones.
But if I do a woman's list, I'm not ranking them. I just want you to know that off the rep, I'm not ranking them.
I'll give you enough time to do that. You'll have enough time to do that. Yeah, all you doing is putting the number by the name. That's it.
Nah, not for you. Not for you. It means more to you than just a number by the name. I already know that. That's why I'm not going to do
it. It's all subjective, sir.
Yeah, that's what you say now. That's what you say now.
But yeah, we'll bring that. We should bring that back at a later date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Later date. We got a little more time. But this, look, and to you, sir, that was a good list. That was.
I know a little something.
Yeah.
A little.
Ain't nobody want to give no tag teams no love. You know what I'm saying? They some of them get the crowd hyped.
Don't get it twisted. I'm a tag team person myself, like, but
well, let's make that a future episode. Then let's come back and do a top 10 tag team. How about that?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You know, somewhere later on down the line, we can do it.
And I know this brother was saying something about doing a review for, where is it?
Mankind ain't getting no love.
Damn, yeah.
That man had the three faces of Foley. We couldn't even name one of them.
The one where he was in the broiler room, that was my favorite one.
When he first came over.
Yeah. But shit, I got my man Kane on it, you know. Kane debut in '97. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nobody.
Kane deserved to be on the list. He do. That was when he came out. That was different for the audience because they were so gravitated to the Undertaker at the time, and then to see somebody else come out similar but different at the same time, it was captivating. People paid attention to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I'd like to go back and watch that shit just because, like,
Hell in a Cell. He debuted that first Hell in a Cell match. Came out, took the door off.
Damn, man. Razor Ramon.
Ooh.
I'm mad at myself for forgetting that one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to take somebody off after hearing that.
That's what I'm saying. Shit.
But yeah, we'll introduce some more topics where we can kind of pay our respects to the business man, because there's a lot of great honorable mentions, and people deserve their flowers, like ladder matches, cages, and all of that. So we'll tackle it.
Appreciate you for pulling up. Shout outs to Robert for tapping in with us.
Salutes to you.
I think we'll end up doing more of these segments moving forward in the future. Later on tonight, 8 p.m., that's going to be an entirely different conversation, and it's probably going to go on a little longer than this. Matter of fact, I know it is. Cause we y'all make sure y'all tap in later on. That's gonna be the one right there, though.
It's gonna be one of those hot discussions. It's 8 o'clock for a reason. I'm gonna just say that it's 8 o'clock for a reason. It's gonna be considered the main event. So please tune in.
That being said, we about to get up out of here. I'm about to go back into the lab. Y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I will see you guys later on.
Peace. Because we going all the way up at 8.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close I, my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors